Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing amazing. Guys, we are super excited today. And we're gonna ask you to share the broadcast, whether you're joining us live or whether you're joining us on this replay. Because one of the things that I tell you guys often is that we live in the midst of a multi-trillion dollar economy. And we've got to stop giving our trillion-dollar power away to everybody else. And it would be one thing if they were the innovators. It would be one thing if they were the creators. It would be one thing if they were the trendsetters, but they're not. We're the trendsetters, we're the innovators, we're the creators, and we're literally on a daily basis giving our innovation, our culture, our witty ideas and inventions over to other people who are in turn making millions and billions of dollars off of the ideas and the fashion and the hair and everything that we came up with. So if you're in the fight for your revenue this morning, I want you to go ahead and say me in the chat. And I want you to make sure you share this broadcast, because what we've got to stop doing is sitting by while others reap the benefits of a free commerce society. So if you're not already on the bandwagon for Black Women Equal Pay Day, which kicks off tonight, I need you to have your pens and your papers, and I need you to be in the building and ready tonight to get this bread. I mean, because when it's all said and done, you control how much money you have. You control how much money you bring to your family. It is 100% up to you to say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to keep living the way that I'm living. And all it takes is for the willpower and the knowledge for you to change your situation. So, just a little bit about Black Women Equal Pay Day as I turn over to my guests and let them introduce themselves. Black Women Equal Pay Day happens every year, and it's the date that signifies how long Black women have to work. Excuse me, the devil is a lie this morning. How long Black women have to work to actually catch up with their Caucasian male counterparts. So, what do I mean by that? I mean that it takes us almost a year and a half longer. We got to work a year and then all the way to August to make the same amount of money that they make in a year. So while they stand around saying we waste our money, and when they sitting around saying, oh, they don't do right by their money, they spend their money on hair and they spend their money on nails and they spend their money on this and that. The truth of the matter is we're not playing with a level playing field to begin with. So Black Women Equal Pay Day is about giving you the tools and resources to help you fight that critical fight, whether it's learning how to negotiate your pay at a corporate position or learning how to charge your worth in your business. We've got to stop playing small. We've got to stop sitting back and allowing people to pay us what they want to pay us. And we've got to get to that point where we understand that the sky is the limit as it relates to our revenue. So we're going to be doing a ton of activities this weekend. I want to give away something as well. What can we give away? I think we need to give away a Still Protesting t-shirt. I do. So the person that shares the most, you see they got on the hashtag Still Protesting t-shirts. The person that shares the most, make sure you click on share or hashtag shared in the chat. But the person that shares the most this morning is going to win one of these Still Broadcasting t-shirts. So make sure that you got your name in the hat, right? So you can win one of these t-shirts. So share, invite others to participate. Good morning, Marva. Good morning, Shanedra. And understand that at the end of the day, this is your money we're in the fight for. This is not just his money or her money. This is my money. This is your money. It's your children's money. It's your generational wealth. It's the money that you shoulda, woulda, coulda had. It's the money they stole from your mama. It's the money they stole from your grandmama. And if you're not careful, it's going to be the money they steal from your girls, your children, your daughters, your nieces. It's the money they stole from your aunties. And I'm serious when I say it's your money. It is your money. And if you're not consistently in the fight to get that money, you're going to keep earning 62 cents and in some cases less. 62 cents for every dollar that your male counterparts earn. And most of them ain't even doing their job to begin with. Got you doing their job. So go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 as we provide you guys with over $1 million in grants to help you level the playing field. Because if you don't have the knowledge you need to compete, you're going to keep playing small ball. And everybody know it's a big difference in how much you make in the minors versus the majors. You play in the minor leagues, you barely feeding your family. You play in the major leagues, you balling. Darryl Strawberry and them. So you need to get on this train and stop sitting back saying, let me figure it out by myself. You don't have to struggle to figure out how to build your business. You don't have to struggle to figure out how to get paid at your job. You don't have to struggle to do these things. You don't. And at the end of the day, if you choose to struggle, that's a personal choice. So once you shared, make sure you put share, hashtag shared in the chat. And guys, go ahead. I'm going to leave it up to you. Rose, if you can introduce yourself and let the world know why it's so critical that they continue to still protest.
Still protest. Why? Because my male white counterpart is making $1 to my 62 cents. What kind of mess is that? How in the world can I be playing in? They got me in the minor leagues with minor league money, but they got me up here, coach, playing in the major leagues. I'm working in the major leagues with minor league money. How in the world can that happen? How can we allow it? We still have to protest. Good morning, everybody. I'm Rose Fauntleroy. I'm your virtual time and sales genie. How do I still protest? Because I say leave the leagues altogether. Start your own business. Know your own worth. That way, that's one way of closing the wage gap. Another way of closing the wage gap, coach, is that you apply for your grant, your FreeWomen Grant. That's how you protest. You create something of your own. You grow something of your own. Go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 because that's what it's all about. Being free. Free to make your choices. Free to close your own wage gap with something that you create with your own two hands. Pass it off to my co-host. Introduce yourselves. Give the people what they want.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, you guys. We are almost done with this week. Oh my goodness. And you guys, I am just so excited to be here. My name is Ebony Sigler. I am known as the wig coach. I make custom made wigs, and I also teach other wig makers how to do the same thing that I am doing. You guys, having your own freedom to create, like that right there is something that's beautiful all in its own, because protesting and everything, making a real difference in your household is the first step. Because when other people can see that you've made a change by following certain steps, That's going to motivate other people to do that too.
Absolutely, Effie. Who's next?
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Chiquita Lindsay, the queen of real estate. What I do is help women get over the fear of investing in real estate so that they can retire early and never have to worry about money and leave a legacy for their children. And that's why we have to get all the coins that belong to us. You're supposed to have so much more than you have, and it's a way for them to keep us down and hold us back by underpaying us for our knowledge and our work. And so now it's time to stop, take a stand, and go out there and get what's ours, what should have been ours. Because over the years, we've lost so much money by not knowing, or just not paying attention, or just being comfortable. And no more, because without us, there'd be nobody. We women are the miracle, and we're special in this world. We make the world go round.
Right.
Absolutely.
Us. Where would the men be without us? It's a man's world. It's a woman's world. And they just don't want us to know. And so this is a great opportunity to Black Women Equal Pay Day. I'm so excited. The video is amazeballs, as Coach says. It's amazing. So the premieres this morning, please go and share. Everybody needs to be the first one to premiere this video and share out, because everybody needs to see it this morning and all the rest of the week and from now on.
Right. Good morning, everyone. I am Kayshawn Brooks, and I am still protesting. For me, this is personal because I've had to watch and experience, especially coming from the medical field, of watching people get raises, get promotions, or me doing the work and not getting the money, watching people climb up to the top positions off my back, my brain. And, I've been fighting it. I've always been very vocal. So now it's a beautiful feeling to be able to be in a community of like-minded women who are sick and tired of this. We have been fighting for equalness since, day one, and we can't stop, and we have to come together. And by joining this community, whether you're going to be our next life or business coach or coming into one of our mentor programs, this is what you want to do. These steps, these things that we're doing, this is how we're going to get that pay to be equal, especially for us Black women. And I'm Kayshawn Brooks, owner of Renewable Body Butters, a luxury skincare company, where I provide my clients with alternative remedies for their skin, hair, and body. And I got tired of asking and fighting for my equal pay. So now I'm creating my pay. I'm not going to continue to fight with these men, with these other races, where my worth, because that's why you keep me around. That's why you put me in these high level positions, but you keep me at this poor man's pay, because that's how you keep dragging me along, and got me, what they dangle the carrot in front of you, and it's like no more. I have found me a coach that is training me, changing my mind, my mentality, and if you're not gonna give me equal pay, I'm gonna take it by creating it. Period.
Absolutely. Period.
Good. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the BYOB morning show. I'm excited today, as usual, but today is a kickoff, the official kickoff for the Free Women Grant certification program. As we said on last night, the first round, how do young people say? We got receipts. This is the second round. The first round happened about 4.5 months ago. The women graduated, they attended class, they completed, they graduated. It was so much of a success that our coach Danielle Winningham is offering it to you yet again. You can become a certified coach in your design. Let me get back to, because y'all know I get to going sometime. I'm going to cut to the chase so I don't forget. Black Women Equal Pay Day. Okay.
That's what this is today. That's what these t-shirts are about. That's what all of this glow that you see before you is all about. Because we still protesting. Black women equal pay. Now, this is near and dear to my heart because, see, in 1968, I was a little girl and I didn't understand what it all meant. But in
Hmm.
Washington, D.C., they were protesting. Okay, in Washington, D.C., they had the march on Washington down right down here at the tidal basin. It was a big deal. I was a little girl, but yet I didn't understand. And now here I am 52 years later, and I get it. I get it because I lived in that era. I get it because I worked in a workplace where they did not value what I bought for 30 years. They knew my value. They didn't want me to know my value. And I know I'm not the only one. Our illustrious coach has this program set up so the women can't understand and see their value. Because most
Hmm.
times we can't see, we see it through other people's eyes. May it be
Hmm.
good or may it be bad. We see it through other people's eyes. But when you have someone that sees that goodness in you, they know what you're capable of. They know what you're capable of. And they help to pull it out. You got yourself a good thing. Over here in this community, that's what we do. That's what we do. So you can go not www, not quite yet. bit.ly free women 2020 and apply to be a recipient of one of these grants. What do you have to, if you don't do it, you're already lost. You're right where you are, where you started.
Hmm.
Your no is no already because you hadn't even tried. Go to the link, look and see what we have to offer. And everything isn't for everybody. So if it doesn't appeal to you, there's someone in your life that just may. And that's what we're supposed to do. Pay it forward as she's paying it forward to us because we are the fruit of her labor. When you see us come here, it's not by chance. It's not by chance. It's because we have wise counsel. It's because she has taught us and she's shown us and she's trained us to see the value in ourselves, the value in our capabilities, the value in our services and value in our product, the value in our sisters. Go to bit.ly free women grant, well, free women 2020 and apply for the grant. If you do nothing, you get nothing. The only you have is you. That's all you got. At the end of the day, when the door closes, you got the light on. At the end of the day, all you have is you. And if you're one of those people that our was that my cup instead of my saucer, at the end of the day, you empty. You don't have enough for you. This right here, you do for you. You can do for you. Take a chance on you and build your own. You can build your own because the knowledge that you have on somebody else's job that they depend on you to do, you can take that very same thing and build something for you. Build your legacy. Nothing's promised. All you have is right now. All you have
Right.
is right now. When you think about it, you may work midnight to 8, but when you get to work night at 45, they may say, nah, but we don't need you. Don't come back tomorrow. They let you work the full day. That's how they do. You get off at 5. They call you in there at 4:50 and say, we don't need you no more. What you gonna do? You don't know. You didn't have a plan in place.
Yeah,
You didn't have a plan in place.
right.
Go to that link and start building. If you don't build anything but your mind, it'll change your mindset. By the third class, you'll be ready to lay out on the floor.
Right?
You know
Shouting,
why?
running
Because
around the
things are
house.
going to open up. Right. You'll be ready to lay on down. Because when that mindset change, when it change, you can't help but move. You can't help but move. You can't help but move because it's not going to let you rest.
Really, you brought up the corporate world.
I'm sorry, babe.
You brought up the corporate world. You brought up the corporate world, and you know, every time I hear you ladies talking about the corporate world, because I wasn't in the corporate world very long. I got into the military, got out the military, right into a stay-at-home mom position. And when I'm hearing you guys talk, a lot of the things that you talk about, it still resonates within me because I was a stay-at-home mother, I wanted more for myself. And I didn't want to sit around and keep depending on something that I knew could be taken away from me. And I would have no control over it also. So what you're saying is definitely resonating, and it goes with whether you are in corporate America or you're a woman who has stayed home with the kids. You know, you still have a lot of certifications within your household, and the financial situation may not be on your plate right now, but I know it was moments for me that I felt it. So getting these certifications are important no matter where you are in your career.
Right.
No matter where you are in your career. And if nothing else, we should always want more of something. Because we're not a people, we weren't designed, I believe, to just, for one thing, be alone. To be alone. We were not created to be alone. That's why it's a kabillion people on this planet right now. Because everyone needs somebody. Everyone needs something. We weren't designed to not touch and feel and love and think. Not just for others, but for ourselves. And it's not selfish to give yourself just a little bit while we're out there doing for others, just giving away. It's not selfish to take a little bit for yourself. And I know how it is to be to work and go to school at the same time and raise your family at the same time. Come home and clean the house, do homework, cook dinner, wash the clothes, say the prayers, put the kids to bed, the whole nine, and it's nothing left for you. And the only thing you look forward to is getting up the very next morning and doing the same thing. And that's going to work. Just going to work too. So it's time. It's time to stand up.
All right, guys, we got 1 or 2 minutes before we drop this video. So we need you guys to share the broadcast.
Share it.
We got 1 minute left.
Yes,
we are excited.
59.
We are excited.
58.
We ain't we still protesting. It's going. We are
still
movement of going on over here.
That's right.
It's a straight up movement, and you need to get in early. Get in while you not get in while you can. Get in early so you can make a difference right now. Berlin, you were speaking to me. You know, I was that woman working 90 hours a week, going to school to be, you know, full-time online because that's how hungry I was. Someone was like, how you going to work 4 jobs and go to school full-time getting a bachelor's degree? I said, because that's how good I am, because I'm going to go to work and go to school at the same time while I'm at work. So they're going to pay me to go to school while I'm at work. That's how I did that. But I got burnt out. My body got depleted. And I learned, as I've been learning these past couple of years, I have more of me to give now that I'm paying attention to me.
Yeah.
You know, think give, because if you say no, everything gonna collapse and fall apart. And that's how we've been conditioned. And that's not true, because when you take care of you and you value yourself, then you're able to give more value.
And and the work, like we saying, we still protest because in the workplace, as I said, they see your value. You don't see your value, but you know why we stay? Because we know how to do more with less, and because they see us do more with less, they
Yes.
feel like we're not deserving.
Right? That's why every year they always slash in the budget, because if you made it this year with this much less, let's cut this. They know they're gonna cut this stuff
There you go.
10%
Right.
every year, and you're gonna adjust to make it doing less, working with less, doing more work. That's why one person
Exactly.
can do the equivalent of 3 to 4 jobs, technically.
Y'all gonna play the video? I know
Okay.
y'all hot. I know y'all heated. I know y'all
Okay.
crunk. But can y'all let the people see what they came here for?
Y'all
Okay.
ready?
Y'all
Get
ready?
the
Y'all
people what they
ready?
want.
Let's
I'm
go.
ready.
Let's go. Can y'all see that?
I'm still protesting. Tell me how bad you feel that you have to explain to your kids what's going on when all my life, my kids had to know the deal.
Watch what you do. Watch what you say. Or them cops might take you away. I'm still protesting. When you respond to Black Lives Matter with All Lives Matter.
But all lives ain't dying and all mamas ain't crying.
So I'm still protesting how you've turned the imprisonment of my brothers and sisters into a money-making institution. Despite the Constitution, I'm still protesting. How many wrongfully accused are still doing time? Because their DNA is hard to find, I'm still protesting. How you feel you can treat me anyway and get mad because I have something to say? You say I can't get ahead because I'm angry. Like I'm not supposed to see what you do to me. I'm still protesting. Why my opportunities don't look like hers. Why my check doesn't look like his. And you want me to think that's just what it is? I'm still protesting. I know that my presence is an embarrassment.
And how you use my people to build your establishment.
And low key, I'm still waiting on my repayment, so I'm still protesting.
Because Black men been dying, and the system has been lying.
Creating games of free commerce and don't give us the rules to play.
So I'm still protesting because what we have is not a voice. Telling me to vote when all the while you know my votes won't beat your choice.
So I'm still protesting, even as you try to write slavery out of history.
As if we came here voluntarily, just like Columbus discovered America, right? So I'm still protesting because me or my people can't breathe.
Financially, economically, or mentally, having me trying my best to get along.
When all the while I've been just left alone to try my best.
To figure out this mess, so I'm still protesting. For the drugs you put into my community, for the loss of my ancestry and dignity. And especially my identity, and even the way you look at me.
Like I'm going to steal from you. But didn't you steal it from me?
So I'm still protesting, and until things change.
You need to protest too, regardless of your hue.
Because until it gets right for all of us, it won't be right for you.
So I'm still protesting. And until this gets right, I don't plan on stopping. But y'all better light it up.
Yes. That was lit. I loved it.
It gets me every time I watch it.
It was amazing.
Oh, I got chills in my body.
Protesting.
I'm still protesting. That was powerful, D, right? Powerful. I feel that in my bones.
I think the most powerful part is really at the point where you understand you don't have to wait on them to pay you back.
Right?
You sit around and wait on them to pay you back, and you steady going to jobs, you steady living at less than, they steady cashing in on your intellect and your knowledge. You don't have to wait on anybody to pay you back. You go get it. You go find a way. You go make a way. We've been making a way out of no way. We've been making $1 out of 15 cents. It's not a new concept. What's new is us sitting around thinking that we got to wait on a stimulus check, thinking that we got to wait on government assistance, thinking that, why do you think they created government assistance in the first place? It wasn't to help. It wasn't to empower. It was to confuse people. It was to say, hey, you ain't got to go work hard. We'll give you a few crumbs and you can just sit still. So we got to stop just sitting around thinking that we don't have access. We have access. Are we willing to reroute our dollars and stop spending money on things that don't matter and start spending money on things that do matter? So, everybody here should still be protesting. And you protest by not giving up your God-given right to create wealth and not being okay with the status quo and not being okay just sitting around and not having enough. I was talking to my insurance agent the other day and I told her, we've got to stop thinking that GoFundMe's are insurance policies. They're not.
Okay.
Having fish fries and collecting money every time somebody, and it's nobody else's responsibility to help you bury your loved one. It's just not.
It's not. You're right.
It's one of the most distasteful, disrespectful things I've ever seen is that, we have allowed things like GoFundMe. GoFundMe, can you help me with my student loan fees? GoFundMe, can you help me with this funeral? And tend to get mad at people. Instead of you saying, look, I need to raise some money. I'm going to bake these cakes and I'm going to bake these pies. And I'm going to do to come up with the revenue.
Right.
So we really got to retrain our brains into a place where we're using our intellect to create revenue. You can either sit around and talk about being broke, or you can open your mouth and do something about it. And that's the truth, because broke is a choice.
Absolutely, Coach. Yeah. Don't wait for someone else. You can create your legacy, your wealth for your family on your own intellect, like you said. The intellect that you are, the knowledge that you gain when you go to college, that's somebody's intellect that they packaged into a program. What says that you can't do the same thing? Yeah. You can create whatever you put your mind and your hands to.
Rose, really quick. And when you go get those books, every couple of years, they have a new edition and make you buy a new one because they got to repackage it. So it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. They repackage. And what you also fail to realize, they repackage, but they reprogram. They reprogram you to stay in a broke mindset. You got to break that mindset.
And not only that, a lot of those books lie. Now they get to the point where they want to call slaves immigrants. No, we did not immigrate here.
Is that what they're doing now?
Be careful as to what you let your children read.
Yeah.
If your children got a school book, you need to be reading that school book too. Rose, I think you should play the video one more time before we get out of here this morning.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach, because that sure was on my mind. Hold, please. That was surely. on my mind.
And guys, if you haven't already put your name in the hat, bit.ly/freewomen2020 to get an opportunity to free yourself. You need to make sure you do so. There shouldn't be anything that you allow to stand in the way of you still protesting to have what's yours. So we're going to play the video again. If you haven't shared the broadcast, share the broadcast.
I'm still protesting. You have the nerve to tell me how bad you feel, that you have to explain to your kids what's going on when all my life, my kids had to know the deal?
Watch what you do. Watch what you say. Or them cops might take you away. I'm still protesting. When you respond to Black Lives Matter with all lives matter,
But all lives ain't dying and all mamas ain't crying.
so I'm still protesting how you've turned the imprisonment of my brothers and sisters into a money-making institution. Despite the Constitution, I'm still protesting.
how many wrongfully accused are still doing time?
Because their DNA is hard to find, I'm still protesting.
How you feel you can treat me anyway and get mad because I have something to say.
You say I can't get ahead because I'm angry. Like I'm not supposed to see what you do to me.
I'm still protesting. Why my opportunities don't look like hers.
Why my check doesn't look like his. And you want me to think that's just what it is?
I'm still protesting. I know that my presence is an embarrassment.
And how you use my people to build your establishment.
And low key, I'm still waiting on my repayment, so I'm still protesting.
Because Black men been dying, and the system has been lying.
Creating games of newcomers and don't give us the rules to play.
So I'm still protesting because what we have
Rose, I think when you get rid of your mute, you get rid of the sound.
Left alone to try my best.
To figure out this mess, so I'm still.
Rose, I think when you get rid of your mute, you get rid of the sound.
for the drugs you put into my community, for the loss of my ancestry and dignity.
To figure out this mess,
Especially my identity.
Rose, I think when you get rid of your
Look
mute,
at me like I'm going to steal from you. But didn't you steal it from me?
so I'm still protesting. And until things change.
You need to protest too, regardless of your hue.
Because until it gets right for all of us, it won't be right for you.
So I'm still protesting. And until this gets right, I don't plan on stopping.
guys, you know what I think I love the most about the video? I think what I love most is the fact that it calls out that mistruth that Black women can't get along.
Yes.
It took about 40 women working together behind the scenes, in front of the scenes to pull that off. It was done, the majority of it was done in one day. We didn't let minor technical difficulties or anything else slow us down. This is a shadow of what is to come when Black women really start putting their intellect together. So if you haven't shared the broadcast, share the broadcast. When Black women really start bringing their knowledge to the table, when we stop sitting by and let other people make up mistruths and horrible stereotypes about us, that we're angry and that we misappropriate our finances and that we can't get along and we're not good leaders, and all the while steady leveraging our gifts and our culture and our greatness. So we've got to put our fists in the air and make sure when our fists come down, it's got a check in it. Make sure when our fists come down, it's got some bands in it. Make sure when our fists come down, it's got some stacks in it. Make sure when our fists come down, we got some racks in it. We need to be able to go to the bank with bags of money and you not think we robbed the bank. We need to be able to go and buy land and go and buy insurance and go and invest in our next level. So until you have the lifestyle that you want, you should continue to protest. And guys, if you can't get there by yourself, because if you could, you would have gotten there already, make sure you go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. Take advantage of that grant that we're offering on behalf of Black Women Equal Pay to that same million we're getting shorted over a lifetime. That same million that we could send our kids to school 20 plus time and buy 2 or 3 houses and buy 20 or 30 cars. It's real money, y'all. Real money that hangs in the balance and being left out to dry because we won't step up and claim it. So guys, don't forget to join us tonight, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. But in the meantime and in between time, if you need help increasing your revenue, which for the most part, like who don't, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. We're going to get out of here this morning. Don't forget, we're going to be back in and out all day. Share the broadcast. We'll make sure we announce our t-shirt winner in the next broadcast, but stop by all day for your chance to win, share, and learn, because it's important to not just the money you have now, but your generational wealth and your legacy. Talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.